As summer approaches and the prospect of shores beyond Britain, the test for holiday hopefuls will be securing one of these. The PCR proof Agnes and her son needed after an urgent trip to Hungary. The family paid for 2 tests, but they never arrived.
It was like 800 quid around by the end of the whole thing. Great. And those tests arrived. They were recommended by the government helpline. And these guys didn't send anything until day 13 when they randomly sent out 2 tests.
We're expecting to be able to travel again from next month. If you're going to a green country, most likely to be places like Israel, Morocco or the Maldives, you'll only need 1 test when you get back to England. But most of Europe is expected to fall in the amber zone, which will mean quarantining for 10 days and 2 PCR tests costing about £100 to £200. The tests are taken on the 2nd and 8th day after returning home. A negative result from both, and you're free to stop quarantine. There have been assurances that the price of tests will fall, but hundreds like Agnes have been complaining about expensive packs and long delays. Even with the low passenger numbers right now, the system is straining.
If Greece opens up, goes onto the green list, Portugal, one of those big countries, and we see hundreds of thousands, millions of people asking for these tests, it's simply not possible. That is the truth at the moment.
The government's list of recommended tests aren't regulated, and there's limited lab capacity across the country to process them all. Olga ordered tests from a recommended company too. Hers never arrived, but she was told to stop isolating anyway.
It was on day 2 when I got an email that after day 10, if nothing hasn't arrived, I'm free to go without any tests. So for me, it was shocking because I thought the idea is to ensure that we don't bring any new variants or whatever, but it seems to be it's like a travel tax.
The government say they're carefully monitoring issues raised by the public and raising every complaint with private test providers. They say they also monitor providers' performance, including their delivery and test turnaround times. They say they'll take rapid action against any company that's providing an inadequate service. But the system is struggling to cope, and the holiday rush hasn't even begun.
Both Heathrow and other UK airports have turned away flights in recent weeks because of congestion in immigration. And if they can't cope at these tiny volumes, how are they going to cope after May the 17th? They need to stand up, get a grip of this and make sure that we can give a really warm welcome to all those passengers coming into the UK in a few weeks' time.
For those still clinging to hope of beaches further afield, an announcement on travel is expected on the 17th of May. That will be the real test. Ali Forskew, Sky News.